welcome to my video. In this video, I will be talking about which one to buy, M4 Mac Mini or M4 Pro Mac Mini. So in this video, it will be a really straightforward video. These are the information I got from 3 YouTube channels, namely Arc Overload, James Zahn, and Eldre. So first of all, as a music producer, if you want to search for an information about Mac Mini specifically for music production, the 3 YouTube channels that I mentioned, you should be listening to them. Especially James Zahn. He is the best channel for information because he explained really well about the details. But in this video, I won't be boring you with the details. So I will be really straightforward as I said earlier. So another thing is that if you're a music producer, you should be listening to music production channels too, like the real music producers, not the tech people. It's not that I don't like the tech people, but in order for us musicians to have a informed buying decision, we should be listening to music producers. So there are 3 things that I learned that in order for you to decide M4 Mac Mini or M4 Pro Mac Mini. So number 1 is the DAW or Digital Audio Workstation. Number 2 is the genre of music that you will be producing. The third reason, number 3, is if you are doing video production too. So again, the DAW, the music, the genre, and the video editing. So let's get started. All right. So first of all, let's talk about the DAW. So what I learned from James Zahn is that you should decide based on your main DAW that you will be working. So if M4 will be really good enough to handle DAWs like Reaper, Cubase, Fruity Loops, and Pro Tools. All right. Again, Reaper, Cubase, Fruity Loops, and Pro Tools. Then the M4 Pro Mac Mini obviously has a more processing power compared to the M4. So the DAWs that it can be handling well will be Logic Pro, Studio One, and Ableton Live. So I repeat, Logic Pro, Studio One, Ableton Live. Okay, so I'm not boring you with the details here. And the reason why, just take a look on James Zahn video. I'm gonna put some link down below. He is testing it like a stress test. And like the other things, the other channels that I mentioned, they did a stress test and mostly they have positive feedback. All right. The second reason is the music that you will be working or the genre. In my case, I'm working pop rock, hard rock, a little bit of hard rock, and electronic, lo-fi, and similar to those genres in the pop side. So in my case, I don't really use too much heavy plug-in. I may have contact instruments that are maybe kind of heavy, but I want you to be honest with yourself. If you're just not crazy on heavy plugins, M4 Mac Mini will be good, really good enough, really be good enough to handle most of the music production tasks. So if you are producing like a cinematic, like a scoring composer, a cinematic genre, like it will involve a lot of plugins, a lot of virtual instruments from Kontakt or any other sample library that it will need a lot of RAM and processing power. So M4 Pro might be a better option for you. So next one, the third thing that you will be basing your decision is about video editing. All right, because the M4 Pro has a more processing power, if video editing is also a priority for you, if you like doing 4K, 8K or something, M4 Pro Mac Mini will be the best for you. But if you are doing video editing just lightly, like me, I don't have too crazy I just record HD 60 and I'm happy with it. I don't really record 4K. So I'm happy with just the M4 Mac Mini. Again, if you are really fancy and if you're fussy about video editing, so M4 Pro Mac Mini will be right for you. And if not, if you just do like the basic video editing, simple editing, M4 Mac Mini will be just really fine. So before I end, let me give you my thoughts on Mac Mini, specifically for music production. So first, my specs are as follows. I have 512 gigs of storage, 32 gig of RAM. I have the M4 Mac Mini, just a 10 core CPU, 10 core GPU. So I'm really happy with it. And to me, if you're a music producer, based on the information that I got from YouTube, 256 gigabytes of storage might not be enough. It depends, but mostly they regretted buying it. It's just it's too small. So mine is 5112 gigs, so it will be just a really good starting point. And the next thing is the RAM. But the base model has a 16 gigs of RAM. Those videos were on YouTube that I got information they're using the 16 gigs of RAM. 16 gigs of RAM is like a standard now for music production. And if you want more headroom, like to future proof your Mac Mini, you can go up higher. But it depends on your genre. So you should be considering it too. So you have to be honest with yourself. But me, I chose 32 so that if I will be needing in the future, if I can buy more like heavy plugins, it will be prepared. It will be like a future proof one. So next one is the ports. Some hate it because they don't have the USB ports, but USB A ports. But not to worry, we have like adapters now, a hub you can buy with a friendly price, a budget price. So me, I have some USB A, but I did buy adapter. So I'm really happy with. There are only three at the back, three Thunderbolt 4 for my Mac Mini, and the Pro will go with Thunderbolt 5, and two in front. So so far I'm really happy with mine. So again, 512 might be the best starting point because 256 is like too small, and 16 gigs of RAM, it might be good if your music, if you don't have a crazy plugins, it will be good. But if you want more headroom, then you go up for 24 or 32 gig depending on your music. So this is the end of my video, and I would like to thank you very much for spending time with me, and I hope you do learn something. And I hope this was helpful to you in any ways. If you have any concerns, questions, let me know in the comments down below. And I will see you on the next one. Have a great day. Bye bye.